Hello, everyone. We are live.
Hello.
Yes, we are live. And for Crimson Shadows, issue number 2. I'm excited to get this going. Hopefully, we'll have Brett Pinson joining us soon. But yeah, we are officially live as of 7 p.m. So that will be pulling up the page pretty soon and going through what all the rewards are. And we have some really good early bird special, $115, and you get $230 worth of rewards. You get everything, all of the covers, the metal prints, the trading cards, and and even an original sketch on Crimson Shadows 1 sketch covered by me. So there's all kinds of goodies in there. That's only good for 48 hours. So get in on it. So how are you doing, Kevin?
I'm good, my friend. I'm excited to get this book out there. I spoke a little bit on the podcast earlier, just said how much fun it was to ink this. Really enjoyed the pages. Love the story. Can't wait for everybody to read this, and super excited for issue 3. Getting ahead of myself, but seeing what's coming up in issue 3 has really got me stoked to keep continuing this. So I love it, and I can't wait to see the fan reaction for it.
Yeah, I agree. It's been a lot of fun. This has been a growing thing. This started years ago in my brain as a particular story, but as it's developed, it's turning into what I'm calling the Crimson Universe. And we're kind of launching that with this Kickstarter through our trading card series. I've got a Crimson Universe logo that's going to be on the trading card sets. And it will cover, you'll see some of the characters through issues 1 and 2, but also giving a sneak peek of characters that are coming up in the storyline. So we're pretty excited for that. So let's just jump into it. Well, before we get into it, let's just give a little recap here. We are Bardstone Publishing, and we've been on fire this last year. This is our 5th Kickstarter as Bardstone. And then Kevin and I both have a number of independent Kickstarters that each of us has run individually as well. I want to state every single Kickstarter, 100% of our Kickstarters have been fully funded and shipped on time. We have a great track record. I've actually earlier today I saw a thread online about how many people are disappointed in backing projects that never come to fruition. So we have a 100% track record. And to keep that going, Crimson Shadows issue 2, we are 100% done on writing, pencils, inks, colors. And for letters, we are, I think, about 35%, 40% done. So Brett's working on that now because I just finished the colors today. So he's working on those. We have 5 different covers. All 5 covers are complete. We have 40 trading cards. All 40 trading cards are complete. So everything's in place. We're like 98% done right now. So there's just a little bit more to go with Brett's lettering. And we're going to be shipping this on time unless there's some crazy COVID thing that shuts everybody down. So
COVID zombies are the next thing, I think.
Yeah. And for those of you who backed Poe Macabre Master issue 2, Kevin, give everybody an update on that status.
Yeah, actually very happy this week. I've already gotten all the books back. So the books arrived from the printer ahead of schedule. Everything looks fantastic. Absolutely no hiccups. The books are beautiful. I got one of the beautiful metal red covers right here just to kind of show everything. These things are gorgeous. But I actually have absolutely everything already here to start doing the fulfillment next week. Brett's going to come down this weekend, hang out, do some signing with me, help me package up some stuff. So the packages will head out starting next week. So they'll absolutely be completely shipped by May. And I believe all the actual promise dates weren't until May. So ahead of time, and I'm really happy for that. So I got to give a shout out to Ready Comics and how fantastic they are with their printing, the turnaround, the customer service, the quality. top notch. They've printed all my books, and what a fantastic job they've done for me. Greg and his team there do a great job.
They also handled our Wretched Realms as well as our Crimson Shadows #1. They also did my Emmanuel God With Us. I can't say enough great things about Greg and Ready Comics. So if you guys, if anyone out there is self-publishing and you want a top-notch printer, contact Kevin or I. We'll be glad to hook you up with them. They do phenomenal work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So with that said, let's pull up our screen here.
Yeah.
So we already have our first backer. How exciting. So we have one backer at $49. So that's cool. Let's run through this a little bit and talk about Crimson Shadows 2. A little recap. Crimson Shadows 1 takes place in... Hey, we got Brett.
Hey.
There he is.
My computer decided to do stupid updates again at the wrong.
Oh, that's okay. Here, let's give Brett a full screen shout. So there we go.
Hey.
So as we were saying, we just launched. We were just letting people know we're now live. We gave them a little update on our track record, our perfect track record on Kickstarter, and how we're really moving along here. We're like 98% done on the entire thing. So we will be done on time and shipping on time. So this is really awesome. How are you, Brett?
I'm good.
You look frazzled.
No, just getting everything together. It's been another hectic day, just busy doing all kinds of crap.
Oh, yeah. Wednesdays are always busy, especially when we do these things.
Yeah, and I'm back to work tomorrow, so I don't get really a day off this week till I get down to Indiana to party with Kevin.
That's right.
Awesome. Yeah, I wish I could be there. It was such a blast last time we were there. So I'll definitely have to make a special trip maybe in a couple months.
We'll make a trip up there. We'll all come up and hang out and do something up there.
Yeah,
Michigan's. If you people, Indiana people into Michigan, or be able to do anything,
Yeah, who knows? I keep hearing mixed things, but
all right. All that I keep hearing is our illustrious leader is so worried about Florida and spring break. So
illustrious leader.
Yeah.
God.
So here we go. We got a second backer. So thank you to backer number 2. Just a reminder. Oh, and I also want to give a shout out to Brett. We played the trailer at the beginning here. Love that trailer. Great job, Brett.
Fantastic.
Yeah, love it. So Crimson Shadows, it takes place in the late 1880s London, specifically 1889. We got Jack the Ripper, Dracula. We got vampires, demons, angels. We got Frankenstein making an appearance in this one. All kinds of
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. That's right. But yeah, so in issue 1, you find out, we are introduced to Jack the Ripper and what's going on there. And we have our main character, Julius Resnick, who's part of it. But want to spotlight some of the covers we have. We have 5 variant covers here. All spectacular. Love how every single one came out.
It's a great mix.
Yeah, you get all different styles.
Yeah, I love it.
Colors are great on all of them. So we got the Ultra Limited Edition in the upper left corner here. This is by a friend of mine, Dale Gruber, who did this insane piece here. What's funny is him and I independently, you can see mine on the lower right for my limited edition cover, we independently came up with similar concepts. But hey, that's sometimes how creativity works. But they're still completely different at the same time. So originally I was like, oh, maybe I'll use my cover for something else. And I'm like, nah, screw it. I can do it. So, but so we got Dale's cover in the upper left. That's going to be an ultra limited edition printed on a metal cover. We did the metals for the Wretched Realms one, Ultra. People loved them. And Kevin just did it for his Poe issue 2. And he's freaking out about them over there.
Yeah,
Here, hold it up
metal
again. Here,
covers,
let me hold it
these
up.
are absolutely gorgeous. I cannot stress how absolutely beautiful these are.
Kevin, I can see the porn on your computer screen.
Oh no,
reflected there.
you can see that. I can see that on the back. You can see the Dick Van Dyke picture.
That's the picture you sent earlier of your brisket.
That's right. You know, but yeah, it is so gorgeous, and the red just pops so much on that. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
On
actually,
metal.
and that's why I chose to put the red filter over Dale's artwork. Originally, was going to be black and white. With the metals, you get sometimes the whites. It kind of, because of the grayness of the metal, it can be hard to see. And
Yeah.
Kevin had a great idea of making his red. I was like, oh my god, I'm stealing his idea because that's so awesome.
It's always been we've been doing stuff on metal for years for fan art, and I've always thought the reds just always pop so well, and
Right.
I've always had such good luck with that. Thanks, James. Looking forward to getting the book to you.
That's right. James has been a great supporter of ours, and he's an awesome fan. He's out in your area, right? He's in Indiana.
Yeah, he's actually only probably 20 miles from me. He's living in the neighbor Angola, which is close to me. So yeah,
Sweet.
Right around the corner. Always used
Nice.
to do all the Comic Cons in Fort Wayne, and unfortunately haven't had much in the last couple of years.
Back when we used to be able to have Comic Cons.
Yeah.
I remember the days. Yeah, so we got the good old days. So that's the ultra limited metal edition. Only 30 of these are going to be printed. So if you want one, you got to get in early. The last time for Wretched Realms, I think I only had a handful left at the end. So upper right corner, you see the unlimited edition. That was created by me. We got Jack the Ripper in the sewers, looking at the upcoming the Sherlock Holmes and Watson coming down the sewer there. Then the next one here on the left side in the middle here, that's the limited edition by Kevin E. Minert there.
Yeah.
I love how you put this composition together. It was a lot of fun. I love the colors.
Thanks.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah.
You got Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
A very sneaky reveal.
Yeah.
But not a reveal. So
I
for
full this,
like an old 80s comic cover that kind of
right.
Like if I saw that when I was younger, I'd be like, what is, it'd make you want to think about it. So.
Yeah, exactly. So great job there. Then we got my limited edition cover. The limited editions are limited to 100 copies, and each copy will be printed right on the cover. Number 1 of 100, number 2 of 100.
Yeah,
so they are,
awesome.
It's serialized, printed right on there. So you know what number you have. And next is the limited edition from Sean Forney. Sean's been a longtime friend, amazing artist, and he provided one of the limited editions for Kevin's Poe, which we just saw on that metal cover there.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job on my cover. Love what he did with this one too.
Oh yeah, he's such a feel. I just his color choices are awesome. I just need to. I gotta get enough budget so I can just hire Sean to be my full-time colorist. He's way better than I am.
I've said it for years. He's the best colorist in the business.
I think so. I agree.
And I'm not saying because he's a friend. He's definitely a good friend and everything else. But he's just his choice of shading, coloring, everything he does, whether he's doing it digitally or I've seen him at shows, is always just phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree. For me, I'm okay with colors, but it's I have to work at colors. Like it's a lot of layers, a lot of messing around with the settings and to get the look I want. I eventually get what I'm wanting, but he can run circles around me with his colors. So my goal is to eventually make enough on these that I can just start hiring someone like Sean to be my full-time colorist, so I can keep making my other stories I have written that I need to start getting down into artwork. That's the hard part. A lot of people, the average fan doesn't understand how much work goes into this. Even this, with how fast we've been working, we launched Crimson Shadows 1 a year ago.
Yeah.
So it's now been a year. It doesn't feel like it because we've done Wretched Realms 1, Poe 2, so we've been very busy, but it's been a year.
Yeah.
So if I can, our goal with these Kickstarters is to raise enough money so we can take that money and any profits we can roll into the next issue and bring on more artists and get a production line going. So ideally we're, I would love to be releasing a new Crimson Shadows issue every 3 months. Mm-hmm. That's my goal. But, when I'm doing the majority of work myself, it's hard. And then I've been blessed with Crimson Shadows to get, Kevin's taken a huge load off me with the inks. Shara Lima is doing a wonderful job with her flats. Brett's handling the letters, also doing a phenomenal job. So many pieces here have helped, but it still is time consuming. Because I threw in that Wretched Realms 1, which I did like 90% of the work, which kind of backed this up, but that was fun too, though. I was glad. Yeah,
but that was a little bit different, though. With that one there, you had an idea, and it just kind of flowed very fast. It was one of those. It doesn't happen very often where you can just get it out that quick because you were just nailing the. You already knew the layouts in your head just from the song and everything else, and
yeah, so I think that one. Through it. I think that one I did in 4 to 5 months from beginning to end, from concept to shipping to our Kickstarter people. It was something
just to the point where you got it physically done before even the Kickstarter was done was just a short time, only a couple months. So
yeah,
you really cranked it out.
Yeah, I did. I don't know how, but another exciting thing I'm excited for at least is a trading card set that I'm going to keep going forward on. So we have our main set that they're not limited runs or anything. These are numbered 1 through 40 for this set. But as it moves forward and then when issue 3 comes out, I'm going to add to the set. I'm going to keep adding cards and growing the series. So if you get in early, you can get these early cards. But also we're going to do chaser cards where there will be cards that are specific to that Kickstarter that will only be run during that Kickstarter. So one of our stretch goals you'll see is a metal card of this. And then I am possibly going to add, depending how we do with money, I might add an additional bonus 10 cards to everybody for cards 41 through 50. That will just depend on how well we're doing, though. Mm-hmm. So it's up to you guys to make it happen. The artwork is being offered on 4x6 metal prints. For Crimson Shadows 1, originally I did it as the cover with the logos, but I wanted to really showcase the art without the logos. So for this run, I'm taking all the logos off and running it this way. So you get the full image without the logos. I hear someone.
Oh yeah, he's irritated. Something's irritated. So he's running through the house barking right now.
He's not getting enough attention.
He never does.
Yeah. And then we have the wonderful add-on menus. There is so much here that we have. What I've done is I've gone in there. So you can review this on your computer. And I have in there, I've typed out the different covers. So like CS2 Zambelli. That's the, under the limited editions is Crimson Shadows 2, the Zambelli limited edition cover. So CS1 minor. So if you want that one, it's the Crimson Shadows 1 minor limited cover. So you'll make your list of what you want. So when you get to the add-on menu, you'll know which ones to select. So I went through and labeled all of those for you. For those trading cards, we're making them available in packs of 10 for $10 each, or you can get all 40 for $30. And then, like I said, if we get the bonus stages, those will be added for free for extra ones. Our Crimson Shadows t-shirt by our friends at T-24 always do phenomenal work there. Mm-hmm. So, all right. And then all of the medals, we now look at this. Our medals are growing. This is just from our Wretched Realms, Crimson Shadows 1 and 2. We got, what is that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 covers between those 3 issues. It's so fun doing these covers, don't you think?
Yeah, it's a blast.
Like I know, Kevin, you got some great plans for down the road with your Poe series. I can't wait till you're able to announce those, but you've got some great special guest artists lined up as well.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to being able to unleash some of that on everybody. So that, and I'm looking forward to the, again, the convention scene, to get out and, see some of these artists and friends of ours, and talk to them about doing future covers for our projects. That's one of the only downsides to, we've been so productive this year with getting the books out. I really wish I would have had that time, that face time, to be able to go and talk to other artists, and and say, I'd love to have you in the next issue, or do a cover. So much work is done at those conventions between artists and our friends. Just so that I'm looking forward to that, and I've got a few plans for the next issue of Poe, and then for the collection. So I'm excited.
Well, and to piggyback on that thought process, also the fans. One of the key components we had in launching Bardstone was the use of conventions as our marketing arm, so that we can reach the fans during these Kickstarters, and we would have special promotions for them to sign up at the shows and stuff. And we've unfortunately not been able to do that this past year, but you guys have been so awesome in your support of us. We've been able to hit all of our goals, but I truly believe we would have done even better if we were at the conventions. But it's a growth process, and once these conventions start, what's really nice is, as we're running these future Kickstarters, we're going to have physical copies in hand, so people can see what the product is, what it looks like, what it feels like, what quality is put into it. So they're going to know they can trust backing our campaigns for Bardstone.
Yeah. I love going to the conventions and seeing all the the independent publishers and the independent artists, and that's probably the number one thing I miss: interacting with fans and seeing the other artists and the self-published books.
Yeah. Here's a couple sample pages we have. I think 4 of them. So this is without the lettering, but you can see the beautiful work done here by everybody. This is the opening page issue 2 here. Page 2. We got Sherlock and Watson on the trail. This one is page 8. And then this one is from the epilogue, page 29, where we meet Frankenstein. Now I got that in my head. As you can see, Frankenstein, we've got some of the familiar traits in him, but we've customized them. We've made them our own. This is our Crimson Universe version of Frankenstein. But we're keeping his origin story the same. So if you go and read the original Frankenstein book, that's his origin story. We're not changing his origin. At the end of all that, he goes off and disappears forever. And this picks up decades later. He comes back. We find out where he goes from there.
So much more story that from that character, and I love to see a continuation from the original. I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Yeah. So this is where you can see those. So in all, this book is the main story is 28 pages. The epilogue is another 2. So that's 30 full color pages that you get in this book. Now we do have some stretch goals I want to point out. So our minimum goal is $2,500. Once we hit that, the next stretch goal is only $300 away, where we do the 2 by 3.5 metallic trading card that'll be added to everybody who's getting a physical reward. So I think the minimum was $8 for a physical reward. That automatically gets added to your order for free, and that will be exclusive. So that's going to have a separate numbering system so people can track their exclusive cards. The next goal, $3,250. If we hit that, I'm adding a bonus 2-page short story at the end. It will be black and white, but it will showcase another future character in the Crimson Universe that will be making an appearance down the road. If we hit 4,000, that short story is going to be turned into from 2 to 4 pages. So that'll give us a 34-page issue. That's pretty awesome. $5,000, that 4-page story is going to be colored. And $6,000, I'm going to create a bonus variant cover that everyone with a pledge of $20 or more will automatically receive that issue with their order for free. So I think those are some cool stretch goals there.
Yeah, definitely.
And like I said, I'm going to add some more trading cards. I just got to figure out what dollar amount. Yeah, I got to go and do my math, make sure I don't bankrupt myself in the rewards. So, so there we have
Easy
it.
to do.
It is. So we're up to 4 backers now, $176. The last thing before we just talk for fun and let people know how great this is our early bird special. It's $115. Here it is. 48 hours. So it's good until, what is that, Friday, 8 p.m. or something like that. $115, you get everything. It's a $230 value. You get all 5 Crimson Shadows issue 2 covers. You get all of them in the metal print format. You get all 40 trading cards. And you get Crimson Shadow issue 1 variant sketch cover with a grayscale marker and ink drawing by me on it. So you get all that. $115. It's everything. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
So there you have it, guys.
Yeah.
I need a break from talking. You guys talk.
Well, I mentioned on the show earlier today, Odd Musings, I am about halfway, about 12 pages through the lettering process right now.
Yep.
And I'll be working on that more probably next week as I get more time, since this last week's been overly busy with everything else. But I think in the pages I've seen so far, I mentioned the show, the colors look really great. And while Scott does a good job on colors, he always has, I really think having Cheryl Lima do the flats has really brought another element to the Crimson Shadows pages from the first book to the second book. I really am enjoying what I'm seeing on the page and everything else. And I spend a lot of time looking at the page, of course, because I'm not just dropping letters and walking away. I have to look and plan and see how it fits and everything else. And so,
why did you put that there? I need to put words there.
Well, that's part of the problem too. But I figured out we're gonna throw shit. But
who wrote this stupid script?
Yeah. But it's not been bad actually. And I still got to go through. I've done mainly just what I call the primary lettering, which is getting the dialogue in, some special effects that were already put into the script. But now I'm going to go back and there's a couple times look like when, just add some sound effects here and there for things I think may need to help the page or whatever. Because there's some pages that are a little light on dialogue, and it's not a bad thing. That's not a criticism. That's just the way they are. But you want to have a couple more elements in there so flow a little bit as people are looking through it. So you wanted to stay on the page for a while and enjoy the line work. The pages I'm on right now, I believe were originally penciled by, layouts by Scott, then Jay Travis did the pencils, and then Kevin did the inks on them. So I'm really seeing a lot of great talent within these pages. And so you want to enjoy what's there, and as well as the dialogue that helps flow the story forward. So, but it's been a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing the first one. I'm enjoying the second one. I'm just going back over my notes. I got a couple of notes. I'm going, oh crap, I forgot what that meant. So I'm having to figure things out along the way a little bit. So, but I figure once it comes down to it and I get it done, and Scott and I are sitting here figuring it all out, we'll get it all fixed and worked right, and it's going to look great. With Kevin showing the metal cover, I'm real excited for Dale Gruber's metal cover. I think it looks awesome. Yeah. I met Dale, was it been 2 years ago now? We had him on Odd Musings with his wife, right?
Yeah, they have a fun business called the Package from Santa, where you can enroll to have your kids get packages from Santa.
I actually, knowing they were local, because we did it for my nephew Aiden. We did it for one time for my buddy, Josh Warner in Chicago. We did it for Kaylee when she's like 5. And then I have a friend that's a big Christmas fan, so I did it for her, not as a gag gift because I knew she would enjoy it. She's in her 40s and she enjoyed the heck out of it when she got it, and she put it up in her office where she's a teacher and all that, and she had her like a nice list sign and all that stuff. They do such a great job, and then I knew they could design stuff, things like that, and he told us he kind of designed the stuff they have. But man, he's a phenomenal talent that I think he could You can go into any industry, art base, and just make a killing.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. I'm just updating this. I tagged Sean and Dale onto our post so they'll know we're live.
Fantastic.
But
that's another one. Having Sean Forney involved. We're kind of, I tell people when I travel to different shows around the country, like in Florida, when we go out west, I said, and they go, "Oh, he came up from Michigan." I said, "Yeah." Let me point out all the people from the Midwest, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and it's like half the room. That's so much.
I think it's because we're trapped all winter, so we practice drawing where people from nicer states are out having fun and enjoying life.
I always tell people like to call they get my name wrong, say brat. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a Michigan brat, born, raised, and trapped.
Trapped, yeah.
So I mean, this is awesome, and I can't believe it's hard to believe it's been a year already.
I know,
right?
Because we've talked about this before. I mean, we've been talking about doing this publishing for quite a while. I mean, Scott and I talked about doing with the we've got we'll revisit him eventually. Our Odd from Odd Musings. Yep. We're going to get his field guide and get some stories on him eventually. But we talked about creating this new publishing arm just because we were both getting that same thing at Comic-Cons where the fan art just isn't going as well as it used to, and it really wasn't a passion anymore. So it's actually more work and almost painful at times to do because you just didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
right.
The fan art. The best way I can describe fan art as an artist is it's candy. It's no nutritional value to you as a creator. There's no long-term joy. You get a short-term little fun, like, oh yeah, I did this, and it's exciting for about 2 seconds, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. But we end up in that hard situation that all artists must face is we have the reality of paying bills and living life, and that costs money. Fan art is something you can really churn out very fast in high volume and get it out to the masses and make money right away. So it gives you money today. Whereas self-publishing, it's a long time before you get your money back because, I mean, A, it's a lot of time. B, it's a lot of expenses. So the time it takes you, the number of issues you have to sell to recoup your costs takes quite a while. So it's very difficult to be a publisher. And, people want to rip on fan artists, but the reality is they got bills to pay and it's not easy. But this last year we hit a point between our day jobs, COVID and everything, where it all everything hit together where it's like, you know what? We don't have to do the fan art now. It doesn't matter if you do the fan art because there's no place to sell it.
Exactly.
So it kind of gave us that catalyst that we were always battling, that balancing act between making fan art but never having the time to create our stuff. And this forced it. And we've been able to do this, which, going back to that analogy of the junk food, the fan art, now that we're publishing our own stuff, I don't even want to go back to fan art. This is so satisfying. It's like you got the full steak dinner now. Why do I want the $1 McDonald's burger? And it's like that's the reward in creating your own work.
Yeah. Well, that's why I started off doing. When I started doing cons, I only had comics. I didn't have prints, or anything like that. We didn't do that until the second year, and even then they were limited. And we sold some prints at shows when we first started. This was when John was still alive. His first 2 years we did shows and that, but we'd sold more books. And then as I went on and offered more fan art, I noticed the book sales went down. Well, and then it became, I need this character, I need that character, right. And then you get caught up in that whole thing. You stop doing books.
And we touched on this earlier today. I think a big part of it was Marvel. Mm-hmm. Their movies did so amazing. It brought in a surge of new fans into Comic-Cons. Yeah. But the side effect to that was these were people who didn't care about comic books. These were people who didn't care about self-published. They were there to see Spider-Man art and Captain America art and Wolverine or Batman or whatever. So they were there. They wanted fan art. They didn't want books or independent publishers. They didn't care who your characters were. Right. So fan art suddenly had this big explosion, and you know, a lot of independent publishers get mad about fan art, and it's like, oh, you guys are crowding us out. But the reality is those fans didn't want it. With that said, I think those fans have oversaturated the market for so long. They've had their full, they had their sugar high. Now they're kind of done. Mm-hmm. And I think we're seeing the push back to indie comics.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to see more when we go back is even those that were just movie fans are like, okay, you know, I've been seeing so much more stuff. I want to find what could be the next big thing.
Right. Yeah. And with Netflix and those companies bringing, we got a new one from, isn't it Millar is coming out with one?
Millar World,
Jupiter Rising,
yeah, Jupiter Rising's coming out. So those fans are becoming more educated on comic books and the true origins in print, and I think they're now looking for it. So it's pretty fun.
And The Boys,
and that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, The Boys. I mean, if you look at all the hit shows lately that have been on Netflix, Prime, and all them, it's been mostly comic book based.
Yeah, Umbrella Academy. I mean, there's so many.
Have you seen the Invincible cartoon on?
Yeah, I've not seen it yet. I want to. I haven't.
I watched the first couple episodes and I was just like, I did not think this was going to be that good.
It's lifted directly from the graphic novels.
It looks like the artwork from the comics.
Yeah, they didn't try to change the artwork, which I was glad. They really kept that, including like some of the ideas they do on things. So I'm really impressed with it. And I've been a fan of Invincible since I think the first 2 soft trades were out. So it was probably around like issue 15 or 16, and I read it straight through the end of the run. Just a great series. I definitely recommend checking out the series on Amazon. But if you want to read ahead or see what's going to happen next, get the trades, and they've been republishing those through Image Skybound. So
it's phenomenal. So I mean, they're coming out in every type of aspect that you can want. They got live action. They've got the cartoon, which is, I don't know how you would do that in a live action. I mean, I thought The Boys was bad, but Jesus, the end of that first episode.
Well, originally
it wasn't bad to that point, and then my son's like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. Well, originally they were going to do a Invincible movie. In fact, it popped up about 3 days ago on my memories. I had shared like 4 years ago on Facebook that an Invincible movie had been announced. And then I think they scrapped it. I didn't realize there's too much story to try to do in a quick 2-hour movie. Right. And they went right into a series, and it's animated. And if they did this live action, it'd be fine. But I like that they stuck with the animation. And there's so much more to do because as we've already seen in the first few episodes, you get an alien from outer space, so they're dealing with space stuff. So you don't have to worry about all these crazy sets and stuff they have to build even in digital with green screen. They can just animate everything and it looks great. And I like the voice choices. We got
oh God, yeah. The voice acting is amazing in this.
Yeah.
It's like everyone from The Walking Dead is on this. Their voice on this.
And J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Nice. So regarding the Kickstarter, if you don't remember how to find it on Kickstarter, one of the ways is go to bardstone.com. Here's our website here. We've got everything laid out here where we got links to our current Kickstarters. We got the team. Let's show off the team here. We got this awesome page here, and with all of our guest artists from various Bardstone issues. So that's good. But if you click on the Kickstarter tab that's there, click that. It takes you here. You get Brett's awesome little trailer there. And then you click on this here, and it'll take you right to the Kickstarter campaign. So that's the way to find it through bardstone.com. So there you have that.
Excellent.
So let's share the campaign again. Actually, you know what? We're kind of in the middle here. Let's share the video again, just for those popping in late. Here's the teaser Brett put together of our campaign. I love it. I can work out to that. It's like
that.
You
Yeah,
want to go
that
work
trailer
out or
is,
smash something.
that trailer is killer. That is just amazing. It is.
I had a lot of fun with that one. When I did the initial teaser with just the opening bit, which I kept for this one, I just like that kind of look of the story to kind of, because we're in issue 2 now, continuing the story and moving that forward and that. So definitely excited about that. It was a lot of fun. I like doing these, and anybody wants to hire me to do them, send me cash.
That's right.
I think they're fun. I enjoyed it. I hadn't done them in a long time like that, or just doing any videos, and that's what I went to college for, was film and video production, and so I'm kind of bringing some of my little skills I have, which are very rusty, I feel, but still a lot of fun.
Right.
Fantastic. Good stuff. Let's see. I'll post the link again. There we go. So I got the link posted in the comments. So you can just click there, or like I said earlier, you go to bardstone.com for all that. So good times. So we got about 15 minutes left of this. Just a reminder, we got a great early bird special. You can get all of the Crimson Shadows 2 rewards for $115. That's $130 or a $230 value. So it's a good price. And some original art in that as well.
And as James points out, we're 10% funded.
We are. How nice is that?
Yeah. And we got 28 days to go. It's almost like a horror movie.
Yeah. That's right.
Was it 28 hours, 28 days? That will do 28 days later.
28 days and then 28 days later.
Later or something. Yeah.
Yep.
The first fast zombie movie.
Yeah. I was going to do a 3-week campaign. That's what Kevin likes to do. So I was going to try it this time. But my problem is that would make it end on April 28th. I have my hernia surgery on April 27th. So I might be out of commission. I might not be able to promote all day on the 28th. So I'm like, I don't want that to be my last day.
Yeah.
Or you'd be very doped up and it'd be a very fun conversation.
Should be fine by all accounts.
Here is Scott after surgery. I was going to promote my book, but I got high.
Very good.
I should be fine, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Bad hernia surgeries. It sounds like overall the recovery is pretty good. It'll be about 3 days of discomfort. But it sounds like people get back on their feet pretty quick. So
yeah, just don't go trying to lift anything.
Yeah. I just plan on. Actually, my plan is when I was in Vegas, I got the rough outline done for the Essentialed. So I think during those 3 days, I'm just going to finish writing the Essentialed issue 1 and then work on layouts for the Essentialed and then Crimson Shadows 3. So I think I'll have 3 days of just sitting there. So I think that's going to be my plan. But Crimson Shadows 3, for those who you don't like waiting, Crimson Shadows 3 is already written. So I'm ready to start layouts on that. So I plan on jumping into that right away as well. If I do well enough on this, my hope is to get a good artist for the Essentialed and have a little less. I'll probably do the pencils. My hope is to get an artist for the inks. If Kevin's available, he can, but if he's not, because he's got his book. But I would like to get an inker, a colorist, and a letterer for this. So I don't want to presume you guys have availability, but if you do, then you're always my first choice. But if not, that's my goal. I just want to do the initial pencils, and that's it on this one. Just to keep product flowing, because Crimson Shadows is more, well, Essentials is going to be my baby too, but Crimson Shadows I want to have more hands-on with, whereas Essential is going to be more hired out, is my goal. So we'll see.
That's a good plan. I mean, it's, the best thing about doing the Poe books is since it's an anthology with a bunch of short stories, I can kind of pick and choose and still be in bits and pieces of all the stories, or have someone completely do some of the others. So
like you had Jay Fife as part of of issue 2.
Issue 2, yeah.
Brett wrote one of the stories, Dream Within a Dream. Is it Dream Within? Yeah.
A Dream Within a Dream, yeah. Yeah, and then for the there'll be some surprises in the there'll be a 3rd issue, and then I'm going to collect all 3 issues, and there'll be some bonus materials and bonus stories in the collected edition. So instead of having 4 issues, it's going to be 3 issues, and then a collected edition with a whole bunch of new stories that you have to get the collected edition.
Nice.
So you get everything. Yeah, I know. Marketing. Yeah, they teach you that in college. But I already have a plan for a couple of stories to be done by other artists, and because the Kickstarters have been so well, it's given me the opportunity to send some of that money back and put it back into the book. So like you said before, I've got some plans, and I'm really excited for what's coming up in the books. So can't wait. The next year and a half is going to be just fantastic. And like you said, it's so much fun to sit and think about doing your own stuff and creating your own comics. And every now and then I have a little inkling to do some kind of fan art, but then the devil and the angel on your shoulders is like, but you have to finish Poe. And it's like, oh. But it is fun because on all the Kickstarters we're offering some sketch cards and stuff like that. So I have some fans and like, will you draw Boba Fett for me? I'm like, yes, I will definitely draw Boba Fett. Iron Fist. I've gotten some fun requests on some of the sketch cards. I'm like, man, this is actually it's been a blast to go and break out of that mold a little bit. And I've been lucky enough. I got offered I took a very small offer to do some cards for Dynamite for a new series they got coming out, which is basically the zombie version of their universe. So
nice.
And you remember the sketch cards, it's just so much fun. Plus, when you don't have to worry about making the women beautiful because you can just make them zombies, it's way easier. It's like, well, her eyes off. Oh, well, she's a zombie. Oh, it doesn't matter. So, but I'll tell you, it really is fun when you get to just let loose. And I've enjoyed being an artist probably more in the last year than I have in the last 10.
Nice.
God honest truth, and it's so much fun. I'm so excited for what we've been doing. And
well, talking about fan art, my goal for down the road is when I'm ready to do a trade on this, which and compress multiple issues into one larger book. I am going to put out a call for people who want to do fan art of our characters in the Crimson universe.
Awesome.
And I'll have a gallery at the back of the book featuring all of the fan art from these different artists. So I think that'll be a fun way. Excuse me. Stranger Comics did that. I was able to get one of my pieces in their book, which was really nice.
Gorgeous too. By the way.
Yeah, thank you.
That was fantastic. What a great book too. I mean,
phenomenal. And you're kind of like the gold standard to me, where I would like to get Bardstone is the way they issue their books. They have these beautiful hardcover books they issue, but they have the following, and they can get the quantities in there to be able to publish those. And I would love to get to the point where when I'm ready to, when the initial story arc for Crimson Shadows is done, put them together in a hardbound book with a beautiful cover. That's my goal there. And we got special guest in the house here. We got
Huckin.
There he is.
He's still annoyed. I hear him barking all over, and he's just kind of coming around to visit. So,
now, is it true if we hit $2,500 by the end of this hour, Hawkins is being raffled off to something?
Oh God, no!
No cute puppy.
You get a puppy. I don't want a puppy. You get a puppy. Okay.
You get a puppy.
Right. Oh no!
You get a puppy.
He's my buddy. I can't get rid of him.
No, I know. He's a great dog. I miss seeing Hawkins. He's another highlight to whenever I visit Brett. And, of course, Connie, the Comic-Con mom. Can't wait to see her next.
Yeah, she's out drumming tonight doing her cardio drumming.
Yeah, we're hoping to
Awesome.
get. What I'm hoping is I can kind of copy what Kevin did when we all came to your house and Brandy went with Connie to drumming. I'm here. I have a feeling Drill might really like that cardio drumming.
She should come down.
Yeah, she doesn't know. She doesn't know I'm volunteering her for this. But I really do think she would love it.
You know what? If she came down, I think she'd have a blast. Mom would love to have her go with her, and
we should probably all go and just go to cardio drumming together.
I've done it once. I've done it. It's a workout.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Brandy does it here at least once a week, and she has a friend come over. One of my colleagues, his wife, comes over, and they have it set up over there. And I'll just walk in, and they'll be in here, and it just sounds like they're beating the living shit out of somebody. They're screaming, they're yelling, they're cursing, they're just in there. It's just like, nope, not going in there.
Well, imagine a roller skate rink where they do it like tonight, and there's like 40 of them or more, up to 60 sometimes.
I walked in with the dog. The dog went, "What?" And I just went right back out. He's like, "Nope, not having any part of that." So yeah, but she really enjoys it. It's one of her favorite things to do, actually. So
yeah.
Mom's been doing it a couple of years now. I remember she talked to Brandy about it, and it's a good workout. They've got a few guys that go regular at the one that Mom goes to on Wednesdays, and that. So Wednesdays is my rest day after working 4 and 5 days where I'm on my feet the whole time.
You're moving.
This is my work from home day. So
yeah.
So regarding Crimson Shadows 2, here once again, here's some sample pages, pre-lettering. I'll tell you what, we've gotten a great response from people. I'm willing to put our books, the Poe series, Crimson Shadows, any of our series for Bardstone, I'm willing to put it head to head with any of the big companies. The quality's in there, the artwork's great, and we've been, our fans have been telling us they've been really loving everything we've been putting out. So I don't think you'll regret being a backer on this.
No.
Well, and we've got a great company we deal with in Ready Comics for the printing aspect of everything, and they've been phenomenal. We've dealt with them for years, and I'm just loving the quality we're getting in the books from them. So, and
they're I don't know what the proper term is. They're a Diamond certified or Diamond distributor.
Yeah.
So they, you got to have quality in your process to be able to be at that rating. So
the books show up and they're ready to be slabbed at like 9.9, 10 O's, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, they've got such a great quality level. And I will say this, last year when Poe was going to be printed, we almost had it planned because we were going to go out to Vegas. I was going to fly down to Phoenix and go and watch the books be printed. I would absolutely that just sounds like a lot of fun to me. So hopefully by maybe late this year, and when one of the books is, we might be just taking an impromptu flight out to Phoenix to go watch a book get printed and just see it happen while it's going.
Nice. So, and then we can go plant flowers next to where Mother Bunches used to be.
Oh, geez, yeah, don't.
It popped up today on. I was watching Cooking Channel, and Michael Simon was there on his Burgers, Brews and Cruise or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm going. Oh, I love that place.
It's such a bummer. But yeah, I'd love to be able to go and do one of our Kickstart launches like this while the book's actually being printed.
That'd be cool.
So that's something I'm looking forward to, and I want to make happen. And it's such a love to be a part of these books. So.
Yep.
And again, as long as everyone keeps contributing to the Kickstarters, we get to keep doing it. So keep us occupied, keep us funded.
I thought I would quickly go through just what the different reward tiers are. So as little as $5, you qualify for the Crimson Shadows digital edition for Crimson Shadows 2. There's also going to be a thank you page in the digital edition that you qualify for. All reward levels qualify for the thank you page. $8. The cover price is $10 for this. Remember, this is a 30-page full color issue, and if we hit those markers, it can go up to 34 pages. So normal cover price is $10. You can get it for $8 through this. $13 are the limited edition covers. Those have a cover price of $15 each. Limited to 100, you got the Kevin Meinert cover, my cover, the Zambelli cover, and the Sean Forney cover. Then if you're a fan of any of these people, you can get solely their stuff. So we have the Sean Forney 2-pack where you get the limited cover by him as well as the metal print featuring his art. Same with Kevin's and same with mine. So you get the metal copy with it. Another thing you can do is the trading cards, all 40 cards. Individually, they're $10 per pack of 10. You get all 40 for $30. Let's see. Ultra limited cover. The cover price is $35, but for $40, you also get the limited cover or the ultra cover, I should say, and the metal print with it. So it's a 2-pack on this one. Those sold really well in the last Kickstarter we had, so I don't expect them to last long. Only 30 total issues. They'll be individually numbered on the covers as well. Mm-hmm. If you're a completist and you want all 5 covers, $70. It's a good buy. Then the early bird special, like I said, $115 gets you everything. It's a $230 value. Only 10 of these are available, so first come, first serve during those 48 hours. My big burrito, I don't know, I like naming this after Mexican food. So there's a big burrito where you get tons of stuff. And then there's also the whole enchilada where you get all of everything for Crimson Shadows 1, Crimson Shadows 2, and Wretched Realms 1. So if you missed out on those other ones, you get $525 worth of product for $300. So that's quite the deal there. And last but not least, the retailer's pack for Crimson Shadows 1 and 2, $325 gets you $650 worth of product. So you get a good savings there. So if you have a comic shop, you can do that. I'm also willing to do variant covers for comic book shops. So if you want to do something special, contact me, and we can work out something to get a limited run with special edition cover featuring your comic book shop's logo on it. There you have it.
Excellent.
So we're at 6 backers so far, $259, 27 days to go. It's going to be a fun ride, people, but it'll be even funner when you receive the books and you can enjoy it for yourself. I've got some, I've been looking into some of that, what's it called? That augmented reality.
Yes. Yeah.
There is an Adobe product that does that.
Ooh.
There's a way to make these covers immerse, like where I can make the covers into layers and you use your phone to go through the layers. So I'm researching that now. I don't know if I'll be able to tie this in. That might be one of those stretch goals if we do really well, where like if we're going to hit like $10,000, maybe I'll be able to make all the covers interactive. I don't know. But let's get to 6,000. Cool. But yeah, there's an Adobe product where you upload everything in layers and it ties into the phone and you move the phone. And as you move the phone, you're going through the layers. So it's like you're entering in it. So I really want to try this out. I just learned of it. Actually, Dale Gruber, our ultra cover artist, he is the one who showed it to me. So I got to research it more, but I'm excited to see if I can't do anything with this issue, I'm definitely going to incorporate it into issue 3.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Technology is so crazy now, isn't it?
I know, right?
Oh. Soon we'll have issues in full immersed 3D surround where you'll wear an Oculus and look around.
I'm sure that's around the corner, actually. So,
yep, Ready Player One will be real.
It really is right around the corner. I mean,
yep, it is. I'm sure it is. And Ready Player One will become, reality and not science fiction.
Hey, another backer.
So this is a great way to end tonight's stream. We're at 7 backers, $281. We're past the 10% mark. So we got plenty of time to hit that goal. We'll hit it. And you guys are awesome. You always support us, and we really appreciate it. Really hoping this will take it to the next level, though, being our 5th Kickstarter campaign. So let's try to hit those stretch goals. To do that, we need your help. The first option is obviously become a backer and donate. The second option, though, share the links. Even if you're not able to back it, share the link. That means so much. The more we can spread the word about this, the better it'll be for everyone. The more rewards you'll get for your tier. So I plan on having multiple trading cards and other things that I'm going to sprinkle in there along the way to entice people to continue being part of our project here.
Awesome.
All right.
Great start.
All right, folks. I'm going to take us out by playing that trailer one more time. And once again, thank you to everybody for joining us. And until next week, stay awesome.